All right, hey guys. So this is just another test I'm doing, working in the backyard. I'd like to be able to do some gardening videos for you, live streaming, but we're gonna see. So this one here, the first test looked like it went okay. I was able to identify some cold spots in the yard for Wi-Fi, and if I park the camera where it is right now, I think we're pretty stable. The second test was actually we have a Wi-Fi extender, and I was trying to run it off of that because that's actually closer to the garden. And what happened with that was it wouldn't let me do it. It said live streaming is not available. So not sure what the deal was with that one. Maybe because it's not like an actual Wi-Fi, it was like pinging. You know, it pings our true Wi-Fi. So for some reason the test 2 didn't work. So this is actually test 3. And what I'm doing on this one is the Wi-Fi is completely shut off on my phone and I'm streaming through 5G. Hey, Silver Sea Captain. So basically what I'm doing with these, and I'm gonna do a couple more from different locations this week. I just wanna see what the audio and video quality is like, especially if I'm streaming off of my Wi-Fi and just off on 5G, which we do have a lot of 5G spots here in my area. So I'd like to be able to take you guys sometimes out in the woods when I'm foraging and things like that. Well, we'll see. So if you're popping in, thanks for popping in, and you can give me a comment on how it looks on your end. But don't worry about it too much. You don't have to stay for the whole video. This is just kind of testing some stuff out. And I'll probably delete these or they'll go private. It's more for me to kind of see what the capabilities are. And like I said, I'm going to do this probably a couple times this week through different locations. Anyways, it's Sunday. I hope you all are having a good Sunday out there. I'm getting ready to do a little bit of planting here in the garden, and you'll see some of those videos later on. I got some stuff coming on. I filmed a video this morning about the blueberries and what's going on with the blueberries. Filmed one yesterday that's going to be coming out this week about training your brain and why that's an important thing for thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Awesome. Training the brain and why that's an important thing for us preppers and homesteaders and survivalists, and why we need to keep doing that. And I got another video coming this week about how I got some gold for free. Yes, actual gold coins. So that I'm gonna do that one Tuesday. My regular upload times are gonna be changing. So if you've been used to seeing me like Tuesdays on lunch breaks, that's definitely gonna change. I was getting less and less people popping in for lunch, which I understand. Thank you. How you doing, Keeper of my home? It's good to see you too. Training your brain is, yeah, we need to keep doing that. We need to, reading is so fundamental. Hey, Miss Southern Belle, good to see you too. I can't wait to get your package. I appreciate that. Thank you for the email. So there's going to be some stuff coming this week on basically how I got free gold, training the brain, and then I think next week I'll release that blueberries video. I'm holding off on the shorts for a while. The shorts helped me gain a lot of subscribers, but it really killed my watch time. I was averaging like 4.5 minutes down to like less than a minute, and that was because of the shorts. So there's pros and cons to that. It definitely can help your channel grow if you're thinking about doing some of those, but it hurt my watch time, and right now that's the thing that I need the most. Is I need to get to, I'm close to 2,000 watch hours. You need to get 4,000 watch hours within 365-day period to get qualify for ad revenue. So, and ad revenue is not that much. Like, it's a small amount, but it would help because there's so much. You guys are all content creators. So much time goes into making these videos. Just to get a little bit back would be nice. And I enjoy doing it too. That's the main reason. Heroic Prepper, good to see you. Hey, if you guys haven't been over, he's a new YouTuber here. Check out Heroic Prepper. He's got some really cool content coming out. You guys got to check him out. I love to see your place where you live more. Okay, yeah, that's why I want to do this. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of testing the Wi-Fi out. And definitely with spring coming, I'm going to be doing more garden videos. Charleston's a really fun city, and I think you don't live that far from me, Miss Southern Belle. So yeah, I've been down to Savannah a couple times. I haven't been since the pandemic. I need to get traveling again. I like to travel to Kentucky. I have a lot of friends in Kentucky. I have a lot of family in Massachusetts. Hey, Wild Cooking Life, and thanks, man. Uploading new bug out bag. Good. Yeah, I will check that out. Awesome. great place there. So, thank you. Yeah, it needs to be cleaned up. I'll give you a little peek here. My garden is a mess. There's a lot of weeds that need to be cleaned up there. There's my rosemary, that's like, I think 5 years old now. And then over here, that's the garlic that's coming along. So it needs a big cleanup. I haven't done any weeding this winter. I appreciate that. Yeah, Charleston, we're pretty blessed with it. We've got pretty good 5G here. I know a lot of people have a lot of worries about 5G and whatnot, but I will tell you, it has made my connection a whole lot better. When I'm not on the Wi-Fi, I mean. So today I'm gonna put some asparagus in, and hopefully we're at our last frost here. I put some strawberries in, they're not doing too great, but I don't know, I may replant. Yep, yeah, it's time. You must be getting good weather there now, Miss Southern Belle. This is the tricky time of Hey Gazelle Eyes, thanks for joining in. We're just kind of doing a live stream test today, but since so many people are popping in, maybe I'll just leave it up there because now it's turning into kind of a fun little live stream. This time of year is tricky for gardening because you want to start getting some stuff in the ground, but the frosts, because we could still get frosts in South Carolina. There was they talk about here in Charleston, they got a pretty deep freeze one year right around Easter, so it can still happen and you could lose a lot of your stuff. Yeah, that's a smart play to wait till after March, Miss Southern Belle. But I'm gonna throw some asparagus in. Asparagus does pretty well with the cold anyways. I'm gonna start a little lettuce, and because that's kind of a cold weather crop too. The tomatoes and the peppers I wouldn't here anyways. I wouldn't do it just yet. I'm gonna hold off on that kind of stuff. But I got a lot of work to do out here. I need to do a lot of cleanup on these gardens. There's a lot of dollar weed in there. And I got what seeds are you recommending starting off with gardening? So keeper of my home, I like this time of year, you could absolutely start your radishes. You could do lettuce if you like spinach, because you're still getting some of those cold nights, and those crops all like that and they tend to tolerate it pretty well. I'm going to be putting asparagus in today. I meant to start that last year, and with the pandemic I didn't get to any of the stores to get my asparagus crowns, and so I missed a whole year. Cover with sheets. Yep, absolutely, Miss Southern Belle. I like a product called Plankets, and if you watch the blueberry video when that comes out, I'll show you those. You're very welcome. So what else do we got going on? Yeah, we're gonna be doing some more gardening. I'm getting to the point here in South Carolina where I have to be a little bit careful about not going off path when I'm hiking, because the snakes are starting to wake up and we have a lot of copperheads and things like that. So the foraging videos, I'm gonna have to probably be a little bit more careful and not go off path as much as I typically do during the winter time, but we'll still have some of that stuff too. Pallet gardens are awesome. Yeah, I saw that video. Pallet gardens are awesome. That's a really good way to repurpose pallet wood too. Ladia Music DJ, hey, thanks for joining us. By the way, when I'm doing this on the phone, I can't see the chat. So like the scrolling chat, I can just see it when you guys pop up. So yeah, anyways, this is new for me, live streaming. Put stuff in pots. Yep, the container garden is a great way to go. Absolutely. Live streaming's new to me. My videos, when you see them, are heavily edited. I cut out all my ums and ahs, and every time I doing scratching my face and things like that. So I'm a little bit nervous about the live stream thing. Gazella, as you like the pallet gardening too, that's great. Yeah, so this is what I ended up doing. Let me show you. So when I was deciding on my raised beds, I went with stone instead of wood, and there's pros and cons to that. So the pros of it is it basically lasts forever. The cons are that in South Carolina, these get really, really hot in the summer. So if you're not watering regularly, I've burned some of my crops here with the stone garden. So there's always pros and cons and trade-offs with that. Like some people like to use just regular non-treated wood because of the chemicals, I totally get that. You're gonna end up having to replace that after about 5 years. Not that big of a deal. If you use pressure treated wood, that's going to pretty much last forever, but there is, some people say those chemicals can leach into your garden. Other people say no. So it's just, you know, when you're doing something like this, you have to make a choice and look at all the different options and weigh your pros and cons. But I really appreciate everybody letting me do a little test here and and all the comments. There'll be, what about moisture and potting soil? So I actually mix in some potting soil into my garden soil because it does have, I have no garden, wish to be one garden for children. Wish to be one little, yeah, definitely start small, Gazelle Eyes, definitely start small. But as far as the moisture, I actually add some potting soil into my garden soil, because, or if you don't want to do that, peat moss is basically going to do the same thing. It helps with the water retention, which here in the south can, if we get, you know, 10 days without water, it can definitely destroy your garden because it's so hot here in the south. I mean, right now it is March, mid-March, and it feels like, I didn't check it, it feels like it's high 70s. So and I remember last year in May we were already over 103 degrees. So it gets pretty brutal. We're blessed with awesome winters and awesome and nice fall, nice early spring, and then it gets hot and it stays hot. So I'm gonna wrap it up today because I actually do got to get a little bit of gardening done. Thank you everybody for joining in. There's definitely gonna be more live streams coming. And I think I'm going to take a look at this footage later on. It looks like I'll be able to stream from at least this spot out in the garden, so I can kind of talk to you and show you some of the things that I'm doing, and we'll go from there, all right? And thank you too. Thank you very much, everybody. And y'all have a great Sunday. Keep planting your seeds, keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.